In this video, I'm going to paint this seascape using only with three primary colors. Well, I'm going to use a little bit of white, but basically three primary colors. Let's dive into this. So today in this video, I'm going to show you how I'm going to paint this seascape, which is about the sunrise time, but using very minimal colors. Like I'm going to use probably yellow ochre and ultramarine blue and bit of burnt sienna, and that's all color, only three colors I'm going to use. So I'm going to show you how I do that. But first of all, let's talk about how you can do that sketch. This is a very minimal sketch. As you can see, I just did one horizon line and some mountains and one boat, two people. I haven't done any other sketches. So let's see how we can tackle this one in this video. First of all, this yellow ochre, and this is French ultramarine, and this would be burnt sienna, very little in there. We'll just make these to make the gray colors, and that's all. So what I will do, I will just, this is a early morning sunrise, so just do something like that. And just with the clean water, I'm gonna do the sky. Just do one of the edges soft edge, and then I'm going to add ultramarine blue with a bit of light yellow ochre and do these skies in here. So the good thing about using ultramarine blue, usually if you use the cobalt blue with ultramarine, it's going to turn into green. With yellow ochre, it's going to turn into green, but with the ultramarine, it doesn't. So because it has got some red pigment inside it, so it doesn't turn into the green. Rather, it creates a little bit of grayish. And I'm going to use the same wash, ultramarine, very light, and bit of yellow ochre. It just turned into the bluish gray. So now I'm gonna add this with the mountain in here. It's a very light wash, just leave it like that. And I will add a bit more ultramarine with burnt sienna. So that will make it different gray, as you can see. So I'm just doing the initial wash of the closer mountains. So as you can see, two mountains there. One is apparently closer than the other one. And now I will use yellow ochre again. I'm going to do the sea now. I'm going to have a very light wash of yellow ochre because the sun is just rising up, and it's going to have some effect. So very light yellow ochre. You see, So don't worry about these. Okay. Now I'm going to slowly add ultramarine with yellow ochre mix, and then add a bit of burnt sienna and make it darker gray. So I'm going to have, as I put the pencil mark in there, I'm going to have a bit of wave there. So something like that. Now it needs to come gradually. I'm going to have some yellow as well. Okay. And I will have now some light, very light wash of that. And here I'm going to add a bit more pigment in it. Okay, this is the first wash. Just leave it like that and let it dry completely. So it's completely dry now. As you can see, when it is dry, it became almost lighter. So I am feeling like having a bit more sky, like clouds in the sky. So, which I missed in the initial wash. What I will do, I will show you how you can add later on. Just add light, uh, clean water, and then you just add the colors. I'm just making the mixture of ultramarine and burnt sienna, and just very light. I don't want to have any hard edges in there. And just have a bit of random. Now I'm gonna fix up those hard edges. So just wherever is hard edges coming up, I'm feeling like just make them soft, soften them up. Not everywhere. Like these hard edges, fine. Just to have some dramatic, add some character on the sky. Okay, all right. That's another good thing as you can learn. So not every time your first wash will be perfect. So you can do some adjustment, something like that. All right. So as it is dry, so we can work on the mountain. We start from sky is done. So start from the mountain, then we'll do the boat, and then we'll fix up the water in here. So the mountain, this one, I'm going to leave it something like that. I'm going to make it a little bit darker in here. So I'm using the same color, ultramarine, bit of yellow ochre, just making it gray, and having these ones. And I want this gradually goes like that. Now the other one exactly the same, but I'm going to add more burnt sienna there. So make it same gray, but bit warm as it is a bit of closure to us. So just making it bit of just a bit of warmth in there. Okay, so yeah, like that. Just do some random brush stroke. I'm gonna add another colors in here, pigment. So it's gonna be for like adding a bit of Chinese white with ultramarine, just to have a look how it looks, because I don't want to have too much. Um, I want this to be something like monochromatic, not exactly monochromatic, but I don't want too much of variation there. So just doing like that. Have some rocks. Okay, that will do, but I don't want the too much highlight, too bright. Okay, so far so good. Now I'm gonna paint the boat. So again, ultramarine, and add more yellow ochre. So the consistency, as you can see, not too light, not too thick, just medium consistency. So I'm gonna paint boat now. Not every year I'm gonna put the same color. I'm gonna do the variation. So here I'm gonna do light ultramarine, and here light as well. Just mix them up. The paper I'm using is Bahong paper. They're good, but arches are the best. So this paper dries up a little bit quicker than the arches, but it's good. The side of the boat. And as usual, the people will be dark. But I need some variation, as I said. when you paint, if you put, for example, you're putting blue and red mix, and if you put everywhere the same consistency, if your consistency is the same everywhere, it won't look dynamic. So just do some variation, do some change of values on the bodies, or what, whenever you do painting, whatever you're painting, do some variation like that. So wearing hat. Okay. And the front guy too, but I'll make them lighter, a bit lighter. They're still wet, so I can do some texture. Now let's do the waves. So the waves, I'm going to start with the light. Sometimes I'm going to have hard edges and sometimes soft edges like that. And sometimes lost and found edges. So lost and found edges means you have the edges here and now you don't have any edges, lost and found again here. So your brush stroke, try to define the movement of the waves with your brush stroke. And maybe we can do something like that in here. So what I'm doing, I am just defining some darker point where the values will be darker, and then I'm just lighting it up. There I will not keep any hard edges, and far I'm gonna have something like that. I will not use big brush now. I'm gonna use again pointy brush. I'm gonna add some brush strokes there. Okay, I think it's almost done. So now I have the fishing line. Probably I'll add some birds. So when you paint birds, don't do too much, but early in the morning you may have, and when you do the birds, don't do everything like same. Have some variations. I think I need to do one more stuff, which became the mountain, the far mountain became a little bit lighter. So I'm gonna add some coloring there and just create some waves, highlights. Okay, that's pretty much all. So I'm finished. Very short, but it is very effective if you're starting a watercolor and you don't want to go into really high level drawing or really complicated drawing stuff. You just want to learn the watercolor first, just to use how these paper and paint works. So this can be really great exercise for you guys. So, and as you can see, the painting people, I did not really wanted to do in any detailed stuff, even though usually I paint the face or hand, something like that, with a bit of warm color or red or something like that. I haven't done anything, just simple brushstroke and with variation of values. So I have a free PDF for you guys, which is full of information about how you can paint people in your landscape, or you can paint people very quickly with some brush strokes, and then you can make a painting around that one. That would be really helpful. I've got two videos and one free PDF ebook. You can download. The link is in my description. What you can do, you will just need to provide your email address just to access the secure places where it is. Otherwise, it won't let you download those from there. So download that one, take a look into that, try practicing that one. I bet it will do good in your watercolor journey. Thank you. If you like this video, please consider subscribing and give it a thumbs up. And I'll see you in the next video.